Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and welcome back. So we were talking about the dawah to make to a non-Muslim and how the approach should be. This was based on a hadith that I shared with you, which I shared with you and explained about why the Quran was revealed in a certain order. One was to establish belief, and once the belief was established, then the halal and the haram came in. Before I carry on, I'll make that last call for a call. So if you do have a question, ring on 01274 214 299. That's 01274 214 299 if you have any questions that need answering. As I said, this section is going to be relatively short because we had a bumper session just before. So please get in early to avoid disappointment. That's what they say, don't they? Book early to avoid disappointment. So get your phone call in early to avoid a disappointment. So once we make that belief established in the heart of the person, obviously we don't, let me put that right so it doesn't sound wrong. Once we have indicated matters and issues which will hopefully establish belief in their minds, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that gives hidayah. You know, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. That's a phrase that's used, isn't it? Meaning that you can have the most articulate argument, the most rational explanation, and that person can just look at you and say, nah, I don't get it. And you think, what? What I've explained here is so simple, so straightforward that even a child would get. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not give hidayah to someone, then it doesn't matter what you say. You could be the most articulate, you could be the most linguistically capable person, but that person, unfortunately, Allah does not give hidayah to him, so he's not going to accept. Whereas you could have somebody who kind of bumbles his way through talking and his argument's not very rational, and yet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives hidayah to that person accepts straight away. Yeah, I accept that Allah exists, that's it. I bear witness to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's existence. Khalas, he's already a believer. So you can see that, as humans, when we talked about shirk, as humans, we call on Allah and ask Allah for help, but we use our own skills and our own ability to try to make convincing arguments. So when, inshallah, you've made a convincing argument and they've accepted, now you can start to move forward and start to explain to people about other things. Okay? This also helps, this order, this explanation also helps that when we start to talk to people about Islam that are Muslims, that are born in a Muslim home, that have a Muslim name, but have no outside attributes of Islam, and don't talk about Islam, and their practices aren't according to Islam. So it just seems that their name is just Muslim and that they were born to Muslim parents. There's nothing else that's there. And what we sometimes do is we go down the halal and the haram route. Brother, that's haram, you shouldn't be doing that. Brother, that's halal, you shouldn't be doing that. Now, you don't know this person's state. If he was to say something like, well, I'm going to carry on drinking, I don't care. Or I'm going to carry on doing this, I don't care. Now, for the person who was a non-Muslim, it's not an issue because that person's not a Muslim anyway, so it's not going to have any impact on his iman. He doesn't have iman. But if this person was a Muslim, they had iman, okay, Zahiri, they didn't do anything religious, but they had iman, and you go down the halal and haram route straight away without having a conversation with this person, then this person says something silly like, well, I don't agree with that anyway, whatever, and this is based on a qat'i verse of the Quran, then this person will come out the fold of Islam. So that's why making dawah, you have to go through the same route as the route that we go through with a non-Muslim. Because now, unfortunately, many Muslims don't really know their religion. They're not aware of, because they don't believe as strongly as they're supposed to. Even some parents or our elders don't necessarily fully understand what they should believe in or shouldn't believe in, because again, they've not studied aqaid. Aqaid is a very important topic about what we're supposed to believe in and when we're not supposed to believe in. And I have numerous videos on this topic that I honestly say every single person should study. Never mind just, people who are keen about religion or not keen. Every single person who wants to identify themselves as a Muslim should study those videos. I can't remember which channel they're on, but if you just search on my name and search Aqidatul Tahawiyya, you should find them. Or if you join our Telegram channel, again, you can search for that, they will be on there. But whether it's with me or some other scholar, obviously make sure that the scholar that you're looking for is one of repute, respectable, highly regarded, so that you're not learning something from someone that you don't know anything about them, and unfortunately they're misguided. So this is something very important to understand, and it's something that we need to establish. So this dawah process, this hadith is such a phenomenal hadith that is succinctly kind of explains the process. What kind of conversations we should have first, what should those conversations lead up to, until eventually, hopefully, you get the result that you ask for or you want, where now when you say don't drink khamar, then the believing person will naturally just walk away. You know, a God-fearing person, if you say, brother, you know, don't drink that, and he's a God-fearing person, and say, why can't I drink that? It's got khamar in it. He'll say, Jazakallah khair, my brother. Thank you, because you just stopped me committing haram. But if a person is arrogant and not really keen on religion, and then you say to him, brother, don't drink that, he say, who are you to tell me what I can and can't drink? You know, who are you? Okay, and that obviously is problematic, because this brother is trying to help you, but here's this person's got an ego. He thinks he's telling me what to do, and I don't want to be told what to do by anybody. So can you see the difference there? That it's like the cup facing up or the cup facing down. When the cup is facing down, then it will stay dry on the inside. But when the cup is facing up, even a little bit of rain, even a moisture in the air, the humidity in the air will make the inside of the cup wet. What am I trying to prove? I'm saying that when you get someone's orientation towards the deen, then naturally he will listen to ahkam. But when the person's orientation is away from deen, he will reject every single hukum you give him. He will reject it. He will deny it. And what you don't want to do is build up apprehension, build up walls and barriers for people before they've even had an opportunity to see Islam in the correct order that we're supposed to deliver it. So that was the aim of today, to explain the dawah process to you. If you are involved in dawah and you want some advice or tips, please call in, but not today now, inshallah. I would ask you to call in tomorrow. All being well, I will be here in the studio, same time, same place, to take those questions. You've been very quiet this week. I'm not sure why. I asked the producer that, you know, is the phone on the hook, or is there somebody taking the phone line now or something? But we did get by our brother calling in from Manchester, I think he said. Same name as the studio channel as well, alhamdulillah. What a coincidence. So, you know, this is a service for your good selves, so that you may benefit from it. So when you get the opportunity, any question, query that you have, call in, inshallah, but not today, call in tomorrow, so that we can deal with that. It leaves me to wish you the best. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your good deeds. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and mine, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala overlook and forgive us our sins. We send the durood upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Should try to make as much effort and to send durood upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from now, after Maghrib, all the way up until Maghrib tomorrow, inshallah, as often as you can and when the opportunity permits itself. Yawm al-Jummah is here again. Look how quickly these weeks disappear. Life is, behind us, and we're moving fast forward. I just saw a small image, and it has of a car, and it has the mirrors, and on the mirrors it always says things behind you will look bigger than they actually are, or closer to you than they actually are, or something worse to that effect, and it has the graves there. It's a nice little image that reminds us. So I wish you all the best. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us all. Ameen. And I hope to see you tomorrow with all your questions ready. You know, I don't want you to turn up and I end up talking to myself for the whole 45 minutes, 50 minutes, whichever it is. I can hopefully then deal with some of your queries you have. I've managed to clear all my inbox. I'm sure there will be some more questions in my on my forum when we return tomorrow. But let's see if we can speak to somebody over the call. So take care. Speak soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.